Hello, my name is Ezekiel Garcia for GuffStuff.net. We're here at 2016 Phoenix Comicon, and I have here with me
Kenny Ryan.
Kenny Ryan here, and he's working on a video game known as Crimson Knights. I don't know if you can see that behind me, but tell us more about this game.
So Crimson Knights is a 4-player hack and slash dungeon crawling game. It involves all the players going through different game modes of their choice, and they can work together or kind of fight against each other.
And how long, what's the progress so far in this game so far? How far are you guys into releasing this?
So we've been working on it for about half a year. We spend about one day out of the week, each week making this. So we spend about 10 hours each member, and there's a lot going into it. So yeah, we're right now we're on Steam Greenlight, so that's something that we're doing. We're just looking for thumbs up on that so we can try to get into Steam.
And when I was playing this game, there was maybe 10 levels I played through this, and there was a lot of a lot of shades of Gauntlet and Castle Crashers. You got a lot of dungeon crawling based. I want to say arcade style dungeon crawling. Yeah. Would you say that was probably one of the biggest influences when making this game? Yeah. Games like both of what you said. We also Monster Hunter. We want to have a lot of bigger bosses that you fight later on. We got one that's currently in the works, about probably 40% done. But yeah, there's those games, Legend of Zelda. All those games are a huge influence. And another thing I noticed too is that this game seems to be open for a lot of diversity in terms of the kind of enemies you face, power-ups, and all kinds of collectibles. How much in terms of volume would you say in terms of things you can collect and the kind of boss battles you face? Are you planning on making as many as you can, many unique enemies, or is it just something that's pretty straightforward, or something that you want to surprise people with? Okay, so in a simple term, we want to have different classes. So we'll have a skeleton, a hair monster, and then each of those will have their own specific small, medium, large, and then a mini boss and a boss. So that's how we're going about it. And then when it comes to collectibles, we're working on a ton of different little things where it's once you start the game, everyone's kind of at the same level. You kind of look different, but then you build up your character individually. Yeah, because I know this is an early build, and I noticed that a lot of the levels, were pretty big, a lot of the rooms, I should say. So that's why I wanted to see, because it did seem it lends a lot to collecting and making your character as powerful as possible. Would you say there would be a lot of roguelike elements into this game, or is it just something that you can progress forward? After you die, after the whole team dies, it's kind of you got to start over. So you want to see how far you can go before you're stuck at a certain point. So it's basically a really you progress as far as you can, and then once you hit the end, you kind of that's when you die, or you can actually choose in one of the game modes to set an objective point, and then once you get there, it says congratulations. And how long would you say it would take before this game finally gets released? We're hoping for about 3 more months for it to appear on Steam in September as an early alpha, and then at that point we're going to keep doing a little bit of updates and so on. Okay. And do you have any plans on releasing it on any other consoles besides Steam or any other platforms? We've considered PlayStation 4 because we actually have a little bit of a helpful way in, so that's something we've been considering as of right now. But that'll be after we feel the game has gone past alpha, gone past beta, and we feel it's really something good to put out on console. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for doing this interview with us. I really do like games like these, so it's nice to see that people still have a lot of interest into making these games. So thank you so much for doing this interview, and thank you so much, and you guys take care.
GuffStuff.net